The oceans and seas of the world cover 71% of the Earth's surface. The three major oceans, Pacific, Atlantic, and Indian, add up to more than 124 million square miles. Many tens of thousands of vessels of all shapes and sizes use this vast international highway, but only one kind of boat remains largely unseen and unheard: the submarine. The sea is a huge series of continents without boundaries. It is largely unexplored, with great economic potential. The exploration of this difficult and alien environment, now referred to as inner space, has barely begun. Which could mean that the 1990s are the beginning of the real age of the submarine.
Revolutions 3-0. 6 down, keep 80 meters.
The Royal Navy's nuclear-powered submarines are capable of worldwide deployment and able to operate at fleet speeds with surface task groups. The nuclear reactor aboard this Trafalgar-class submarine enables it to stay submerged for months and needs refueling only once every 10 years. The endurance of a nuclear-powered submarine is limited only by human factors: how much food can be carried, and how men react to long periods of time submerged. Because there is no doubt that space is limited aboard a submarine. Of course, the bigger the submarine, the more comfortable life becomes. The Royal Navy has three types of submarines. The largest are its ballistic missile boats, whose role is to provide Britain with its contribution to NATO's strategic nuclear deterrent. Each carrying missiles capable of striking at targets anywhere in the world, these boats are both nuclear-powered and nuclear-armed. At least one of the Navy's ballistic missile boats is constantly on patrol. Because they are so quiet, have such long endurance underwater, and have such advanced sensor and electronic equipment, they have little fear of detection. Although these boats can also fire torpedoes, their main role is not to seek out or attack surface vessels or other submarines. This is the prerogative of the hunter-killers, the fleet submarines, equipped to attack enemy vessels and, in particular, enemy submarines. For this, they have highly sophisticated detection equipment and various kinds of weapons. The third type of submarine is diesel-electric, with diesel engines for running on the surface and electric power when submerged. These submarines can operate in shallower waters and are exceptionally quiet and difficult to detect. The Navy's nuclear-powered submarines are rarely ever seen on the surface. In fact, having left harbour, a boat may not surface again until its return. Once submerged, the submarine is totally dependent upon its sensors, the most important of which is sonar, both active and passive. Experienced operators can tell in seconds if the propellers they are hearing belong to a friendly oil tanker or a decidedly unfriendly surface warship with sonar and weapons of its own. Exercises with other warships and aircraft play a vital role in the submarine's training program. The threat comes not just from surface warships, aircraft and helicopters, but also against the enemy which submariners themselves see as the most dangerous: other submarines. Because of this constant threat from outside, life aboard a submarine is completely self-contained. There is no wasted space aboard a submarine. Living accommodation is constantly in use. The boat's one galley serves food for the entire crew, operating in 2 watches, 24 hours a day. While one chef works, another sleeps in the forward bunk space. There's a small shop and even a small laundry, Not that submariners take more than a few items of clothes. The wardroom and the mess decks are contained just one deck below control room level. So why do sailors volunteer for the submarine service, giving them the right to wear the coveted submariner's badge? Perhaps it's because every officer and man performs highly responsible jobs on which depend not only his own life, but the lives of his shipmates. There is a lot of individual responsibility in submarines, and there is nothing like responsibility for making a man feel as though he is doing a worthwhile job. In addition, there is the sheer fascination of submarine operations. There is something uniquely exciting about submarines. The Royal Navy's submarines operate unheard and unseen, undetected and often undetectable. Truly, the silent service.